Hey guys, how are you all doing today? I hope you all had a very safe and happy 4th of July celebration if you're in the US. If not, I hope you had a great weekend. I'm filming this on a Sunday, so kind of winding down the weekend, but we went up to see my brother, my sister-in-law, and my 18-month-old niece yesterday, so we had a really nice time. Anyway, this is another haul video. So I kind of was contemplating doing like a weekly haul video, kind of like what Tara Babies does, but I don't seem to have the discipline to sit down once a week to film. So I just film longer haul videos, I guess. So let's see, I have 2 Charlotte Tilbury orders to haul, a Fenty order, I have a Clinique order, some skincare, lots of different stuff. So I hope that sounds good to you all, and we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, so for my first Charlotte Tilbury order, I think I mentioned in my previous haul that I had a 15% off coupon, just a random unique code sent to me as a subscriber to their email list. And then Retail Me Not at the time, I don't know if they're still doing it, but they had 15% cash back as well. So I was kind of eager to take advantage of that. So the first item I got was the Magic Vanish Under Eye and Face Cheat for Intense Color Correction. It comes in a little box like this, and I thought it was really interesting how they kind of have this like sticker over the top of it, so you can either, it's perforated, so you can kind of just tear it, which I was reluctant to do because I was worried I would just completely destroy the box, but it's not too easy to pull up. And then the actual corrector, which I did use today, I think it's supposed to sit like that, but I actually took it out from the bottom when I used it. So I do have pretty substantial under eyes just because of how fair I am. So I do like a good color corrector. It has a very cute little compact, kind of like their Airbrush finishing powder. Very small, obviously. And one thing I thought was interesting, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there's kind of like a stamping. So it is a cream product, but when you first open it, you could almost think it was a powder because it has like an imprint on it. I don't know why they chose to do that. A lot of cream products just look like they're poured, so they're just kind of smooth on the top. But anyway, it also looked darker. Like you can see around the edges where I hadn't disturbed it. It looks a little darker than the actual product. It's very creamy, and I have it on underneath my eyes. I am using a new microphone, by the way, so I hope the sound quality is a little bit better. I was not thrilled with how it was sounding. I was doing a lot of like post-production corrections and stuff, so I hope it sounds good to you guys. The lighting could still use some work, but you know, I'm not like a professional full-time YouTuber. Alright, and then just because I have it handy, I'm going to show you the Color Science Total Eye 3-in-1. This is the original, which is also now called the medium shade. And so I showed that, I think, in my last video. So that is the Color Science, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury. So for the fair shade, because it does come in different shades, it seemed a little darker than I was expecting, but it is like a nice peachy shade, and I think it looks good underneath my concealer. So I look forward to using this more and I guess developing my thoughts on it. So the next product I got from Charlotte Tilbury was the Eyes-Mesmerised in the shade Champagne. They used to have women's names, like famous women, as their shade names, but it seems like they've recently changed. So I think this used to be the shade Jean, and it just comes in a little pot. This was another one I think that had a sticker kind of keeping the top shut. I don't know if there's any logic in that. This one actually went around the box, so I couldn't take it out from the bottom. So this is kind of an interesting product to me. I know it's one of the cult favorites or whatever. I think just because of shipping and the heat, you can see it's kind of all shifted to one side, but it's not very, what's the word? it's not super watery. Like, it's a little bit more of a kind of dense whipped texture, almost like a buttercream frosting kind of thing. So I wanted to try this. I kind of had my doubts because for as dry as my skin is on my face, I tend to have kind of oily eyelids. So I almost always use some kind of eye primer, and if I use a cream eyeshadow and I don't set it with a powder, then it tends to crease on me. This I put on as my first step today, and I mean, so far so good. I've only had this eyeshadow on for about an hour, and I did put powder shadow on top of it, so that usually helps with the longevity. So yeah, I just wanted to try it. The one thing I did notice, so I put it on my kind of naked eyelids, again because I'm very fair. I get a lot of like veining and stuff showing through on my eyelids, so I like something that can kind of cancel that out, and I don't think this by itself will do that. So I think next time I try using it, I think I might put like a concealer or maybe an eye primer down first and then put this on top and see kind of how it looks. It kind of defeats the purpose of that kind of easy one and done eyeshadow look, but I think just because of my concerns when it comes to eye products, that's just not something that usually works that well for me. And I like eyeshadow, so I don't mind having to use a few shades or, you know, powder eyeshadows or that sort of thing. But anyway, I did want to try it. And the next product, the last, I guess, full-size product I purchased is the Beauty Light Wand in the shade, I think it's Spotlight. Yeah, Spotlight. So I kind of went back and forth on which product to purchase. This has their same open and close type mechanism here with the poof ball on the top. And I've worn this a couple times now. It is kind of a... I have this light here, which, let's see what happens if I turn this off. I don't know, you guys can tell me if you like that better. So it is kind of a yellowy champagne color. I'm not sure if it's gonna show up all that well. But I do like it. I have it on today. I don't know. I've just been kind of into cream highlighters lately. I should really just use this up because I feel like it's the type of product, like any cream product, you kind of want to use it sooner rather than later. Like powder products tend to have a little bit more longevity. So this one should be good for, according to the packaging, 12 months from when you first use it. So I don't know. It's a fair bit of product in there. This is 12 mil, 0.41 fluid ounce. So it's probably better just to use one shade up completely and not buy lots of different shades. But anyway, I am happy with it so far. All right, and then a few samples here. I got the Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer, and this is 7 mil or 0.2 fluid ounce. Just happened to be kind of the gift with purchase at the time. And I think I saw Stephanie Marie talk about this in a video she did all about different Charlotte Tilbury products. I don't recall. I think there were a couple different versions. Like this one I think is just a universal untinted one, possibly. Let's see. And I think she might have been talking about a, I don't know, has it some sort of tint to it. She might have been talking about a different variation, but looks like it has a slight kind of goldy shimmer to it. So that's interesting. I'll have to give that a try. I like things that kind of add luminosity and radiance back into my skin. All right, and the next thing is the Magic Night Cream, which I guess is a variation of her just Magic Cream. Cute little pot like that. I'm not a huge fan of her skincare. And this almost looks like, I don't know if I want to touch it. This is almost like a jelly. It kind of has like a petroleum type texture. Very faint smell. I don't know if it has fragrance in it. I'm not seeing fragrance kind of leap off the package at me, but okay. So I don't know, like Caroline Hirons is usually a pretty reliable reviewer of skincare products. I don't know what she thinks about this or her original magic cream. So Stephanie Nicole just uploaded a video, basically, I think it was like an 80-night trial, 80-day or something, like an extended trial period of using her new elixir, Charlotte Tilbury's elixir. And she seemed to have a pretty positive review of it. There were a few things that she noted, like I think it does have some fragrance and some other things like that. But I don't know. She has a different skin type than I do, so I trust her as a reviewer, but I don't know if what works for her will work for me. But anyway, it was just the night cream and all of that was just a gift with purchase. So there's that. And then 2 samples. I got the Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer. I don't know if this is the same as what I got for the gift with purchase, which I now... Yeah, I think it's actually the same product. And then the other sample I got was the Magic Away Liquid Concealer, which has a similar packaging to this, where it has that kind of goofball at the end. So I've purchased a couple concealers that I'm pretty happy with at the moment. So I don't know if I'll run out to purchase the concealer that's in this packaging from Charlotte Tilbury, but anyway, I thought it might be good to at least try out some of the shades. So that was all one order, and the second order I decided to place was because they had a gift with purchase. They had the Easy Eye palette for the Charlotte Darling look. So this is a permanent product in their line. I think it's a $57 palette that they included as a gift with purchase. I think if you spend over $95 or $100. And I am wearing this on my eyes over the Eyes-Mesmerised, but I like it. Okay, don't get me wrong. I like it, but I don't think it's worth $57. The packaging is cute. It's kind of her standard maroon, brown, plastic packaging with the rose gold logo, and has some stuff on the back, and it just has like a, your typical snap closure. It's not magnetic. There's a little star on the mirror on the inside, which is a cute addition, and then you get your 6 shades. And the way that they're divided up, the first 3 are supposed to be your day eye, and the last 3 are supposed to be your date eye, kind of your more nighttime look. And then you have the Prime, Enhance, and Smoke shade. So Prime, which is a shimmer shade in both trios, I guess. And usually I will set my eyes with like a matte cream color, so that wouldn't be really a prime shade for me, but that's how Charlotte does things, I guess. And then Enhance and Smoke, which that's a good crease shade for me, but it's not really that smoky. And then, of course, you have the more evening, night appropriate trio on that side. So the quality of the shadows is really good. The packaging reminds me a little bit of like the Clinique gifts with purchase, like the little mini palettes you would get with those. So I don't regret placing the order to get this as a gift with purchase, especially as like a $57 value. But I think there are at least comparable palettes that are bigger that you can spend $57 on. So I don't know how to say it. Like I'm thrilled with it as a gift with purchase, but I wouldn't spend $57 on it, if that makes sense. Okay. And then 3 other products. One was, I guess I needed a certain amount to kind of get to the gift with purchase amount. So I got another lip cheat from her. This is the Pillow Talk 2 Medium. And I picked up the original Pillow Talk, I think from like Nordstrom or one of the other department stores. So they had some sort of like 10 or 15% off code that you could apply to get a discount. So I got the original Pillow Talk. So that is the original, and that is the medium. And to be honest, there's not a whole lot of difference. I was expecting, based on pictures online, the medium to be a little bit deeper. They look pretty similar to me. So I don't know. I mean, that's just kind of the nature of purchasing things online. You can't swatch them in person, and who knows with like the coronavirus when we'll ever be able to like swatch things in person. And I think Iconic Nude is another one of her iconic or like her well-known or whatever best-selling shades. I'm not a huge nude lip person. I'm not a huge lip person to begin with, but I find that it is something that's nice to have on hand. I'm going to swatch the medium again next to, this is the Marc Jacobs Primrose, which is, oh, look at that. I just got this not too long ago. All right, well, that's a, you know, Marc and Charlotte's Corner. This is like a twist up, so you don't sharpen it, but you can see I do like the Primrose pencil a lot, and Pillow Talk Medium is pretty similar, maybe just a little less, a little lighter. So anyway, it's good to have a nude lip liner on hand. All right. And then the other two products, I don't know if I've talked about these, about wanting these in a video or not. I finally got one of her Cheek to Chic blushes. Okay, so I got the shade Love Glow. And I think a lot of people talk about Ecstasy, but I think just looking at swatches, and I looked at Tim Talia online to see what her ratings of different products were. This just seemed to be a better choice for my like coloring and skin tone and all of that. So I decided to choose this one. And I also, like everyone, I think Teresa's dad calls these the titty blushes, because like everyone says, they look like a nipple basically. This one, because the inner shade is a little lighter, it doesn't quite have the same effect. But yeah, we'll see how that shows up on my skin. And then the other product, I finally got the Film Star Bronze and Glow. I think this was actually a set, like you could purchase either the light or the medium Bronze and Glow, and then pick one of the blushes, and you got like a 20% discount or something. So I finally picked this up, and I just wanted to say, like, this has, I forget how much, this might be like a $50-something product as well. But like the packaging is very, I don't know, like elegant, like nice. You have this paper that comes out, and then it says, "This is a secret that silver screen sirens have kept to themselves for years." And then it has like the highlight and sculpt directions. And then it has this rose gold plastic with the textured cover to it. It still isn't magnetic, which, you know, is something I generally prefer. So I decided to get this because I've really been enjoying the Airbrush Bronzer. So I'm wearing the shade 2 today. And this does have a magnetic closure, by the way. You can hear that. Same kind of, you know, embossing on the packaging, same kind of pattern. But a lot of people that were talking about that were talking about this as being slightly more cool toned. So I thought maybe I could get away with using this as kind of a contour shade. And then, I don't know, I just feel like this is a product that's been talked about so much for so long that I wanted to give it a go for myself. And I think that's it. So the samples I got with this are the Magic Away Concealer again, and then I got the Collagen Lip Bath sample. So I think one of these collagen lip baths had been a gift with purchase that I didn't pick up, obviously. But I just wanted to kind of try it to see what I might be missing out on. And I think Samantha March also talked about this product, and I think she and Stephanie Marie did like a collab where they both talked about their favorite and least favorite Charlotte Tilbury products. And I think Samantha March talked about this. So I don't know. I just wanted to give it a shot. So that is it for Charlotte Tilbury. I think I picked up a lot of the items I was, I guess, most curious about, or, I mean, in general, I have enough new makeup to keep me busy for a while. So the next order I have was from Fenty, and another gift with purchase kind of pushed me over the edge. They had the Stunna Lip Paint. It was only $10, so I think you got like $15 off maybe if you spent $25. So you could purchase it for $10 if you spent $25 on other products. And this was in the shade Unlocked, which is their kind of fuchsia-y pink color. And I've been curious about these. I'm not a huge liquid lipstick fan. This is very pink. But the component of this, I don't know, I think is so interesting and unique that I wanted to kind of try it out. They also, like, the applicator is kind of like it looks like a woman that's wearing a corset, you know, like it has that kind of hourglass shape to it. It's really like sucked in. Anyway, so I used to wear shades like this quite a lot. And it looks like it might dry down a little bit deeper than it is in the packaging itself. So that's good news. So I bought this as, you know, the deal or whatever. And then I also got this Stunna New Year kit, which I think was originally $50 something, and it was on sale for $39. So obviously it's been a while since the New Year, but they have, as part of this set, the highlighter duo in Mean Money and Hustla Baby, and I've gotten a sample, I think, of the Hustla Baby highlighter, and it actually, I think, works on my skin tone. I was thinking it would probably be too dark or too gold, but I don't know. This more kind of subdued champagne color looks really good. So again, I need to sort out my lighting. So that was the highlighter, and then the lip product is the same formula as what I just showed you, but this is in the red shade. And I almost wore this for the 4th of July, but I just didn't feel like messing around with this with like a mask just in case, you know, it's smeared or whatever. So this is a really nice deep red, which I find can be easier to wear than like a super bright color. So yeah, again, I think these are so stunning. Not to, yeah, make a pun out of it. So yeah, so that was an order from Fenty, and now I'm gonna have pink and red stained on my hand, which is great. All right, I guess I'll quickly tell you, I think I said in the description box of my last video, I was talking so much about the Rephr 22 brush, which is a bronzer brush, and it's something that Kate the Great and Michelle Wang use a lot, and I've been pining for it, but because it was so expensive, I was waiting for it to go into their concept store, which is where they put select brushes on sale for 50% off at any given time. So the 22 brush, I think Kate the Great alerted us to the fact that it was going to be in there, so I snapped it up, and yeah, I'm quite happy with it actually. It's very soft. When I got it, I guess it's, and again, a new brush kind of you have to break in a little bit, but it did seem a little, I don't know how to describe it, like fluffier than I thought it would be at first, but I am enjoying that. So I got the 22 brush, and then I also, I think at the same time, got the 23 brush, which is this really tiny little, you probably can't even see it hardly, pencil brush, which for someone with smaller eyes, and I have to be careful when I apply shadow to my bottom lash line because my eyes can tend to water. So yeah, I was happy to try that. I have been using the number 3 brush, which is the kind of like larger, it's still small for a pencil brush, but it's not quite as tiny as this 23. So anyway, so I've been using both of those, and just just for the record, I keep a checklist on my phone where I have all the brushes. So I have right now in my possession, I think, brushes 1 through 5. So 4 and 5, I'm not sure if they came in since I talked to you last. 4, and these both have the matte black ferrule, which is an option they have for a lot of their brushes. I like it. I'm kind of conflicted because I kind of like having things be a little bit more uniform. But not all of their brushes, I think, have this black ferrule, so I don't know. But I think just pure aesthetics, I think I like the black, the matte black. It's just a little bit more sleek. So the 4 is an angled cheek brush, which I used, and then 5, it's kind of more of a domed cheek brush. So I haven't used this yet, so I can't report back on it, but I think it's a good size and shape for a lot of different uses. All right, so yeah, so I have 1 through 5, and then I have 12 through 16, and then I have 22 and 23. So I don't have 17, 18, 19, or 20. 20, I think, was the fan brush that I told you I didn't pick up, even though it was in the concept store. And I haven't seen, I don't think, 17, 18, or 19 show up. They do have like a vote kind of form that you can fill out to say what you would like to see in the concept store, which I don't think I've submitted. But right now, for example, they have the number 2 brush with the matte black ferrule. So this is the number 2. It's kind of the MAC 239 shape. And then they did have the 12 and the 13 with the silver or metal ferrule, but those are out of stock, apparently. So anyway, it's just, I think for the price you pay at 50% off, they're a really good quality brush. And for most products, I like natural hair brushes. And these are made in Japan as well, so they're of a decent quality compared to some other brushes you might encounter. All right, so I think I'll just quickly tell you about the concealers I picked up. I picked up 2 shades in the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric High Coverage Stretchable Concealer, and I got the shades 1 and 2. And I think this is one of Mel Thompson's favorite concealers, and I think Giorgio Armani had them at like 40% off or something. And not just these, they had other products, but these were the only ones that I was interested in. So I tried my best, and usually there are a couple shades that might work for you in a product. This is the shade 1, which is the lighter, kind of more neutral. And this is 2, which is a little bit more yellow. So I think really 1 is my best shade. 2 looks a bit deep on me. I kind of crack myself up when I decide to purchase a product that is on sale. It's like 50% off or something. And I end up purchasing 2, so I'm effectively paying like full price. But I guess I'm taking away some of the uncertainty because it's again hard to tell what shade you are. And for those of you who are subscribed to me, because of my like what's your shade videos that I used to do, one of the worst things I think that Sephora has done, they got rid of their color IQ system, or at least the way that it used to be on the website. They might still use it on the back end to suggest shades, but you don't have the same flexibility and the same ability to determine, you know, if you want to err on the side of being lighter or darker, if you want to be more neutral or more yellow, which used to be possible because you could actually figure out what exact color IQ number a shade was. Now you just put in whatever product you feel is a good match, and it says this is your closest match, or there isn't a good match, or this is your exact match. And I don't know if that's because it was branded with Pantone and that collaboration or whatever ended, so they couldn't use it any longer, or if it was just some other decision they decided to make. But anyway, that system was very useful in kind of pinpointing what shade in a product. And not every product on their website even has the option. I think foundations, you are more likely to see, you know, what's my shade or shade finder, whatever they call it. But concealers, for whatever reason, you don't seem to have that option as much. Anyway, and rant. So that was from Giorgio Armani. From Clinique, I think they were doing like a 30% off sale. So I picked up another one of their bottom lash mascaras in brown, or I'm sorry, this is just black. I think they used to have brown black, but now they just have black. So this is, like it says, a bottom lash mascara. And I like it because it has like a very tiny little wand. Kind of like the Benefit Gimme Brow. It's kind of like a triangle shape, and it's just, you know, it's nice to kind of really get in there. And then I think this is also, it's not waterproof. I think this is a tubing mascara because it says splash warm water on lashes and press gently to remove. So that's part of what makes it good, because you're a little less likely to get smearing on your under eyes with this. So anyway, so I just got a refill of those, and these are pretty inexpensive. I think they're around 10 bucks. So as far as having a different mascara for your bottom lashes, it's not a bad deal for me. All right, and then I got the Powder Pop Flower Highlighter and the Powder Pop Flower Bronzer, and I got the Lunar Pop and Solar Pop. I think this was just kind of a weak moment for me, really, with the sale, and I don't know, I like the packaging and the embossing and everything. And I think Michelle Wang did a video of different bronzers, and she swatched a bunch of them, including the bronzer. So I don't know, Clinique is, as far as like, I don't know, what's the right, I guess high-end is the right one. Like, they're not luxury makeup, but they're high-end. But their price point is not outrageous generally. So this is more of a luminous bronzer. Hopefully you can see the bronzer and highlighter. And just because I have it handy, I have the Kosas bronzer here, which is another luminous, warmer toned bronzer. This is in the shade Light. So that's quite a bit lighter. I don't know if you can see that. Honestly, I mean, I might have to use a light hand. The Clinique bronzer looks less radiant than the Kosas, so maybe I can just use it kind of in select places. I'm really enjoying the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. And I actually, if I'd known which shade would have worked out better for me, I probably just would have bought two, but having both 1 and 2, like 1 is a more subtle kind of all over warmth, and 2 is a little bit more of a targeted bronzing. And again, I like the formula of this airbrush powder because I have the setting powder, like I mentioned. This one's almost done. So anyway, fan of those. So that was it from Clinique. All right, so I purchased some skincare from Kate Somerville, and I think, I'm trying to figure out how I kind of came into this. Ipsy, I have an Ipsy subscription. They had, as part of their add-ons, this KX Active Concentrates, Ceramides, and Omegas. And it says soothe, restore, appraise, and soothe and restore. And I guess appraise and whatever are French. But this says it is for sensitive or irritated skin. It's formulated to help calm and soothe as it hydrates, nourishes, and shields. And I don't have rosacea, I don't think, but I am prone to redness, and I think having dry skin, I think I also look to things that are kind of fortifying like that. So this is the product, and I am already down, almost down to the end, almost. I think I maybe have, I don't know, a fourth left. So this was on sale. It was, I think, originally like a $90 serum. It has like a glass jar and everything. But it was on sale in the Ipsy shop for like $18 maybe as a full-size product. So I picked it up and I started using it. And then I think I saw Caroline Hirons talk about the new Delicate line that Kate Somerville has come out with. Which, by the way, I kind of appreciate the puns that she puts into her product names. Some people might not, but anyway. So she talked about this, and she also mentioned that the new Delicate serum is basically just this product rebranded. And I looked at the ingredient list, and they are identical, like order everything. So if you liked this product, and right now, by the way, I think it's like 50% off on the Kate Somerville website. So you can get it at like, I don't know, $45 or $50. Which, if you're interested in this product, you should probably, you know, buy this one at a discount because it's cheaper than the new product. Anyway, I found out, I think from Caroline Hirons, that this was the same product. I kind of like the new packaging, the purple. This is the Delicate Recovery Serum, Stressed Skin Saver. So anyway, how I purchased this was, they had a, I think it's like a June edit is what she called it. Like every month it seems they put together a different combination of products where you get a discount. So it came in a really nice hard cardboard box with like a, has a magnet, maybe. Anyway, still a nice cardboard box. And then you've got the full-size cleanser, which I held up earlier. The Delicate Soothing Cleanser. It says cleanse and recover. And it says, has a quote from, I guess, Kate Somerville. It says, I use this cleanser in the clinic when a client's skin is completely stressed, or we've done a peel. If you've got compromised skin, this will help improve your skin barrier while cleansing. And that's something I like to see in a product, is kind of skin barrier protection or enhancement. Let's see. Yeah, so it says apply a small amount to wet skin and massage for 30 seconds. Rinse and gently pat dry. It is fragrance, paraben, and phthalate free, if I said that correctly. No perfume. It looks like it does have coconut ingredients in it, so if that's something you look out for. Has soybean product, lots of ceramides, amino acids, and again, this is supposed to reduce redness and irritation. So I've been liking this a lot. I think this retails for around $30-something if you were to buy it by itself, and I guess I'll just kind of put it next to my swatches. So that's the consistency of it. It's not like a foamy cleanser or anything like that. It's very lotiony. It is helping to remove those swatches though. So I had finished, I'd gone through a couple, but I just finished the, let's see, the goat milk moisturizing cleanser. So I don't know what really is best for my skin between moisturizing and like soothing. I think the goat milk cleanser might have lactic acid in it, so if that's something you're concerned about, maybe stay away from this. But anyway, this again set was at a discount, so I thought I might as well give it a try. And then it also had the recovery cream, Stress Skin Saver, Soothe and Recover. This is 1.7 fluid ounce. It's the full size. Let's see. And the quote for this one says, "I use this cream in the clinic after a peel or when the skin is stressed. It's a game changer for putting out the fire and rebuilding your skin barrier." I've been thinking about whether I should pick up another one of these June edit kits that has the cleanser, the serum, and the moisturizer while it's still available. But I'm not sure. I think I will probably purchase another one of these while it's at a discount. But anyway. So anyway, this is a glass jar. It's a very thick cream. So I don't know if you can tell like how, like you kind of have to like dig into it a little bit. And I think I like this more than the Drunk Elephant Protini or the Lala Retro. It just leaves my skin feeling more hydrated. And sometimes I'll use the Protini if I just want something light or if I feel like I'm going to be outside and I'll be really sweaty. As a night cream, I definitely like this. Like the Lala Retro says it's a whipped cream, which I guess makes it a little bit lighter. But I don't know, I've really been enjoying that. And again, let's see what we have. Glycerin. I'm just looking to see if anything jumps out at me. It does have shea butter. Anyway, I've just been really enjoying the texture and the hydration from it. So that was that. And then I also picked up, because there was a gift with purchase, I got another travel size. This is the 1/2 ounce size of the Delicate Recovery Cream. Insert joke about how none of us are going anywhere. But anyway, I kind of, I guess, took a leap of faith in purchasing that. It's funny though, because did I get 3 samples? It looks like I might have gotten 2 of the Exfoliate. Okay, so I got the Exfoliate treatment, the Exfoliate cleanser, and then there was a sample again of the Recovery Cream, which is kind of like an airplane sized sample to me anyway. And then there was also like this deluxe trio gift with purchase, which you can't purchase these in this size. Actually, I take that back. You can purchase this 1/2 ounce size in the cream, but I didn't see travel sizes of the cleanser or the serum. So, okay, so if you're counting, I have 2 of these like 1/2 ounce size jars of the Delicate, and then the full size that came in the June edit. And then here is the serum. This is 1/3 of an ounce. And, you know, this is something that I could potentially refill because it's just a little dropper. Like so. That's the kind of color and consistency of it. It doesn't smell great. It doesn't smell bad, but you know, I would rather have skincare just kind of smell like skincare than have fragrance, so it's not something I mind. And then here is the cleanser. This is 1 fluid ounce, so nice cleanser size. This isn't something you can refill, obviously, but there you go. So if you are interested in trying this cream, I don't know if there's a cheap way to try the cleanser, but it's it's about a $30 product, so it's not a huge investment compared to like an $80 face cream or serum. So you can try that. The serum, like I said, is the exact same as this, so you can try this at about half off from the original price. And then I think Sephora still has a deluxe gift with purchase where you can get a sample of the cream, the recovery cream. So again, if you're counting at home, this was the travel size I purchased from Kate Somerville. This was part of the gift with purchase from Kate Somerville, and then I got another one that's a gift with purchase, like a deluxe gift with purchase from Sephora. So you can get a sample of this with a $25 purchase. So anyway, so I placed an order to get another travel size of that. I purchased the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush, and She's That Girl. And I am wearing it on my cheeks today. One thing, it's very pretty packaging. I'm not in love with like the reflection or the fingerprints or all that. One thing that kind of threw me was I was expecting this horizontal or this vertical part to be stationary, like to have it be attached to the bottom, and then you would lift up this bit. But you actually lift up that part and it has like a snap closure. It's not good or bad, it's just not what I was expecting. But anyway, I'm sure you've seen these, like Kate the Great, Michelle Wang. There is a powder product and a cream product, which usually, like historically, I've not been a big fan of, but I think more and more brands are starting to put like little plastic shields on the cream section so they don't get powder mixed in. But anyway, that is what I'm wearing, and I think of all the, I do have a highlight on, which might have kind of gotten blended into the cheek, but think of all the cream type blush products I've tried recently. This is my favorite. So I might look to pick up more shades. This is like the pink color. The LA shade, which is more of a kind of bronzy nude blush type color. And then there's like more of a corally shade as well. So that's what happens when you watch too much YouTube. So I think I'm gonna call it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this haul and maybe got some ideas of things to try or ways to save money. Obviously not buying any makeup is the best way to save money, but if you're going to buy makeup, do it at a discount. And yeah, subscribe if you would like to see more from me. I'm thinking of filming an empties in the near future, so if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe, etc. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I will talk to you soon.